Ever felt like your digital devices, smart as they are, just don't quite get what you want them to do? Like when you're trying to book a really tricky appointment online, maybe, or pull specific info from a messy web page. And you just wish an AI could do it for you without you having to wrestle with, I don't know, clunky tools or getting stuck clicking forever. I know I definitely have. So today, we're diving deep into this whole world of AI agents, looking at the incredible promise they hold for, well, truly intelligent automation. Yeah, specifically, this deep dive is tailored just for you based on that stack of sources you sent over. They all center on a new player in this rapidly evolving space, HuBrowser.
Right. So our mission today is really to unpack what makes HuBrowser different, because this field is changing so fast, isn't it? We're going to explore how it claims to solve those, common pain points you might be feeling with the tools out there now, and then try to place it in the bigger picture, the sort of timeline of AI agent development. The goal is really getting to the core of what's genuinely innovative and, crucially, what's relevant for you and how you interact with technology every day.
Okay, let's start right there. HuBrowser's big claim, they say it does everything other AI agents do, but better. That's pretty bold. What does better actually mean here? What's the fundamental idea that sets it apart?
Well, what's really interesting, based on the sources, is their truly native approach. Think about it like this. Most AI agents, they kind of run like scripts or add-ons on top of your regular web browser, like frosting on a cake, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
HuBrowser, though, they're saying they rebuilt the browser core itself, made it AI native from the ground up. And that fundamentally makes it faster, more powerful, because the AI isn't just tacked on.
Right, it's not an afterthought.
Exactly. It's baked right into the foundation of how the browser works. So it's not just about a smarter app. They're pitching it as, well, a shift towards an OS that thinks and acts for you, potentially changing the whole human-computer interface.
Wow, okay, so if it's truly native, built from the ground up for AI, what are the immediate benefits, the things the user would actually notice right away?
Yeah, good question. The sources highlight several things that stem directly from that native approach. First off, it's mobile first. And this isn't just like a convenience thing. It signals a pretty fundamental bet they're making that true AI agency needs to live on our phones, our tablets, maybe even TVs.
The devices we always have with us.
Exactly. Moving beyond the desktop to really integrate AI into our daily lives, wherever we are. Then there's cost effective. Because it's native, the processing is apparently much more efficient, cheaper than relying on those external scripts or cloud services that, charge per step or per token.
That makes sense.
It's also described as incredibly flexible. It can work locally right on your device or in the cloud, you choose. And maybe most importantly for many people, it's no code, real-world automation without needing any programming skills.
Okay.
So, summing it up, no coding needed, mobile first, designed for privacy, deep Android integration, plus it's fast, cost-effective, and easy to set up. That's the pitch.
That mobile-first angle really stands out, but let's go a bit deeper. Beyond just being native, what are the specific technical choices, the sort of under-the-hood stuff that sets HuBrowser apart?
Absolutely. The sources mention 5 key advantages here. First is a custom AI model. So this isn't just a generic large language model plugged in. It's described as multimodal, handles text, images, structured data, and it's purpose-built specifically for automation tasks. Crucially, they say it can run offline right on your phone.
Offline. That's significant.
Very. Second, and this is a big one, they call it an agentic OS. Now, they stress this isn't just desktop UI testing software crammed into a browser.
What does agentic OS even mean in this context?
It implies the operating system itself has agency, has a kind of brain. It's designed to understand your goals and act autonomously within the system. It's about moving beyond simple commands to making intelligent decisions. They point out that going from testing software to a browser to a full OS, that's a huge leap in complexity.
Like exponentially harder.
Exactly. Third is that mobile-first design we talked about. AI automation on mobile is way trickier than desktop, different screen sizes, gestures, apps. They seem to have tackled that complexity directly, and while it is mobile-first, they do mention a desktop version is coming soon. Fourth, local-first, cloud optional. This is huge for privacy and speed. Most, maybe all, processing happens right on your device. Your data stays with you, fast and private by design.
Makes sense. And the fifth?
Fifth is deep Android integration. The HuBrowser ecosystem apparently includes 9 first-party apps and even a Telegram bot. These are all designed to orchestrate the mobile OS itself. So the browser engine working with the mobile OS, that gives it way more context, more utility than other solutions. It can understand and interact with your device more deeply. Imagine an AI that actually lives inside your phone, navigating between apps like you do.
That's a powerful image. Okay, quite a list of advantages. So for you listening, think about how these might actually make a difference for your daily tasks. Those frustrations you have now. Does anything here sound like a potential game changer? All right, let's shift gears a bit. Before we just focus on HuBrowser's solutions, let's really nail down the problems it's trying to solve. What are the biggest headaches, the common tripwires that current AI agent solutions run into?
Yeah, the sources laid out several common frustrations. First up is complexity and barriers. A lot of current tools, they just assume you know how to code. That immediately shuts out most people.
Right, the barrier to entry is high.
Exactly. And even if you do, the setups can be really complicated, lots of steps, easy to make mistakes. Then you hit navigation and execution issues. Agents often just get lost on a web page, or they can't handle pop-ups correctly. Or worse, the AI hallucinates it, thinks it finished the task, but it didn't, leads to all sorts of errors. Plus, you get frequent timeouts, step limits. It's frustrating.
Oh, yeah, been there.
Then there are information and permission barriers, like pulling the wrong information out of a page or losing data. And a big one, logging in. CAPTCHAs getting blocked by bot detection on sites like Google or Facebook.
Yeah.
That stops agents cold.
Okay, what about cost?
Yeah.
That always comes up.
Oh, yeah. Cost and efficiency are major issues. Some solutions cost like $0.10 nor 50 cents per step. Running benchmark tests, according to one source, could cost thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Plus token waste, slow execution speeds, inefficient methods like taking full screenshots when you just need one piece of data.
Privacy, always a concern with AI.
Absolutely. Privacy and security. Many solutions apparently collect user data. Cloud platforms can potentially expose sensitive info. HuBrowser makes a point of saying they don't rely on ads or selling data, positioning it as a user choice thing.
Interesting contrast.
And finally, just basic compatibility and adaptation. Poor performance across different browsers or operating systems. Reliance on slow, error-prone ways of converting things between Python, HTML, JavaScript. And generally just poor adaptation to mobile, which HuBrowser aims to fix by being native there.
Okay, that paints a really clear picture of the challenges. So if those are the problems, let's talk about the existing tools people are using. Why do they fall short? Can we get specific on the limitations of competing approaches? Why do these methods struggle?
Sure. First, you've got the desktop UI testing suite approaches. Things like Playwright, Puppeteer, Selenium. These are often kind of repurposed as AI agents, but they were built for testing, mostly on desktops, just not practical for general automation. The source makes a pretty stark comparison. You are already $5 down when these AI agents are still scrolling down a Google search page. We are faster and 10x cheaper. If that's accurate, it's huge.
10 times cheaper. Wow. Okay, what else?
Then you have browser extension approaches. Easier to build, maybe, but they're slow and limited. They can't access the browser's core native code, the C++ stuff, which you need for high-performance AI. And crucially, extensions usually can't access the accessibility tree.
The accessibility tree. What's that exactly?
It's like the browser's semantic blueprint of a page, much cleaner and more structured than raw HTML code, or the DOM. Think of how a screen reader understands a page that's using the accessibility tree. It's perfect for AI agents to truly understand a page's meaning and structure, not just its visual layout. But extensions typically can't get to it.
Got it. That seems like a major limitation.
It is. Then there are API-only approaches, also limited. They need a lot of setup, struggle with dynamic websites, because most websites just don't have comprehensive APIs covering everything you can do visually.
Right. APIs are often incomplete or don't exist.
Exactly. Then visual-only approaches. These tend to be costly and slow. Like sending a compressed screenshot to a cloud AI might use 10,000 tokens. That could cost $20, maybe even $1,000 plus for a daily task, depending on the complexity.
That's astronomical.
And interactions are slow, maybe 4 to 10 times slower than a human, because the AI is basically trying to see pixels and guess what to do. HuBrowser says it combines visual data with structured data, HTML, metadata, history to be more efficient.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other approaches?
Yeah, browser on the cloud approaches. These often use scripts controlling headless browsers without a visible interface running in the cloud. But that often leads to slowness, high costs, complex setups, and real headaches with logins and keeping sessions alive. Again, contrasts with HuBrowser's local-first idea. And finally, special hardware approaches. These exist, but they're usually expensive and just not practical for most people. HuBrowser emphasizes enhancing your existing devices.
So HuBrowser is positioning itself against all these limitations.
Pretty much. They argue that by going native, mobile first, and privacy first, they can offer a fundamentally better agent experience, sidestepping these common pitfalls by rethinking the architecture from the ground up.
This perspective really helps. Let's frame it now with the timeline of the AI agent revelation. Where does HuBrowser actually fit into the bigger story of how these agents have developed?
Okay, yeah. We can trace this back to maybe 2016. That's when early browser automation tools like Selenium Puppeteer came out, mostly for UI testing, remember?
Right, testing tools first.
Then around 2019, you started seeing cloud-based AI agents appear. More capable, maybe, but brought those privacy and latency issues. 2021 saw the rise of visual-based agents using screenshots. But, as we discussed, they hit those cost and speed bumps.
Okay, and more recently, things seem to be accelerating.
Definitely. The sources list a whole flurry of activity starting late 2023. Apple's Fairy UI in October 23, Anthropic's Claude computer use in January 24, then ByteDance with UI TARS in July 24, Microsoft's OmniParser September 24, browser use November 24, OpenAI's Operator is apparently slated for January 25.
That's a crowded field just in the last year or so.
It really is, and HuBrowser positions its own public release as the first agentic browser right in the middle of that, September 2024. And they're planning their full release as an AI-native browser for June 2025.
So they see themselves not just as part of this wave, but maybe leading it in a specific direction.
That seems to be the implication. The timeline suggests they see themselves as the next big step, moving beyond those older desktop and cloud models. Their whole pitch is about delivering that seamless, private, efficient agent experience across mobile and desktop by building the AI right into the browser's core.
You can really see how this deep dive frames HuBrowser as potentially a significant step. Maybe not just another tool, but a shift in how AI integrates with our devices for automation.
Yeah, to sum it up for you, it really comes down to that commitment HuBrowser claims. Native integration, being mobile first, prioritizing privacy, and aiming for efficiency through that unique architecture. They're trying to tackle those common hurdles head-on by building an integrated agent from scratch. It feels like a push towards that future of truly seamless, intelligent digital help.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. As these AI agents get more sophisticated, more integrated, what new possibilities might open up? Or maybe, what new challenges arise when our devices can really anticipate and act for us, almost with human-like understanding and speed? Definitely something to consider as this tech potentially reshapes everything from your personal productivity to how entire businesses run.